LearnBiz LLC is an entrepreneur coaching agency which customizes solutions to help businesses grow and thrive in an ever-changing economy.
You are listening to LearnBiz, the podcast, where we share an entrepreneur's journey and allow you to obtain insight into their path to success. We're here to educate other entrepreneurs about the ins and outs of running a small business, and we will provide you with tips and resources that can help you along your entrepreneurial journey.
Well, hi there. Nate Crawford, how are you this evening?
I am good. How are you?
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us on LearnBiz, the podcast.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I am excited to be here.
Yes, and we're going to go ahead and get started with you telling us, who are you? We're talking about you as a business entrepreneur. Who are you, Nate?
Well, I am Nathaniel Crawford. I was born here in South Florida, raised between Richmond Heights and Southwest Atlanta. I've been back here for a little over 10 years now, focused on luxury real estate as well as some container home development. I am passionate about adding diversity specifically to the luxury real estate space.
Awesome. Very awesome. And so what is the name of your business or your business title?
Well, I am a associate broker at Amazing SoFlo Properties, and I am the founder of Black Luxury Miami. So as I said, I specialize in luxury real estate. I joined the Amazing SoFlo team about 2 years ago. And have been doing some amazing things ever since.
And what's going on in the Black luxury real estate market? What do you do there?
Well, we connect luxury buyers and sellers. So for the last 2 years since the pandemic, I've been really thankful. We've been doing last year we were really focused on development and acquisition. So we did a lot of land acquisition. For the development projects we have coming up with container homes in both a couple of pretty large developments in Fort Lauderdale. We have a 75-unit middle market community, townhome community coming along, as well as the first luxury container community in the country, which will be in the Victoria Park area. So last year was a lot of acquisitions on that side. And this year, it's been a lot more single family. So I've had a lot more clientele just looking to buy, whether it be condos or single family homes, people that are relocating to South Florida, or in some cases just relocating around South Florida. So getting away from the beach and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, our container homes, is that a new concept, a fairly new concept in real estate? Can you tell us a little bit more about container homes and the pluses and minuses, so to speak?
Yeah, well, no, they're not a new concept. I think they're gaining more and more popularity because there are a lot more people that are becoming a little more environmentally conscious, I would say. Container homes have been around literally for probably almost 100 years. Here in South Florida, there are a couple different smaller operations. Ecotainer Concept, which is the company that I've partnered with, is probably one of the largest ones, and by far we probably have the most homes under construction. As far as their durability, container homes, when built properly, meet or exceed all current building standards in any given market.
That's
in
awesome.
many cases, people think there's differences, but they're stronger, they last longer, they're lower maintenance. When built properly, they're more energy efficient, and because they use in many cases existing shipping containers. Prior to the shipping container shortage we're experiencing right now, those shipping containers were usually shipping containers that would be sitting somewhere in a scrapyard or would be decommissioned just because they had had too many trips across the ocean. So it was also beneficial to the environment to be able to put those containers to good use instead of them just sitting somewhere.
That's really awesome. So why, or how did you choose this business, I should say? How did you choose real estate as the business to be in?
In a very roundabout way, actually. My background is marketing. So I got my degree in marketing. I'm very passionate about marketing. I'm not too crazy about sales, but I believe that good marketing means you don't have to sell. A very, very good friend of mine years ago was trying to recruit me into real estate, and I just sort of brushed it aside. At the time, I had a really good job at an ad agency, and a lot of my clients were real estate developers, and they said the same thing. They were like, "Hey, man, you should get into real estate. You should get into real estate." I was like, no, not so much. I really love doing my thing from the marketing side of the spectrum. And one day that mentor, a gentleman by the name, a good friend of mine by the name of Silas Alexander, called me up one day and told me he made $17,000 the day before.
Okay.
How'd you do that? He said, I sold a house. I said, well, how many houses did you sell? He said, I sold one house. Sold one house, made 17 G's. So I signed up for the real estate class the next day. And
very interesting.
Decided, from there, sort of grew into seeing the opportunity in the luxury space. But what I was really excited about from the beginning was that real estate was a way for me to use my marketing, agency level skill set and make a meaningful, significant amount of money and still be able to help people. You're helping people whether they're looking for investment property or looking for their first home or their next home or stuff like that. So it's a people business, allows you to be social and help folks and make good money at the same time.
Awesome. And it gave you a chance to bring in your marketing background, like you said, to this industry. And that's really great. So, we're operating in a pandemic, and we've been doing so for over a year. So how have you managed during the pandemic?
Well, I'm thankful. I've been blessed to have some clients that were not very financially affected, or their real estate goals weren't financially affected by the pandemic. So they've continued to buy or sell or whatever they were doing throughout the pandemic. I've seen some other people and some other agents that haven't been as lucky or as blessed as I would probably be a better way of putting it. So understanding sort of the luxury market, and I think the luxury market has exploded since the pandemic. We have a lot of people here that are moving to Florida for better or for worse. That may be because we have a governor that's not too bright. But there are people that are coming for tax purposes and things like that. And they were already coming before, but the pandemic and the lockdowns or lack thereof have just sort of accelerated that process. And being able to be visible to make sure that the people that are coming can find people like me when they need to find a residence, or people who own properties here in South Florida and are looking to take advantage of that big influx can find people like me to help them sell their properties. So the pandemic has been, I've been blessed. I've done some amazing business over the last 2 years, and the trajectory looks like for the foreseeable future, even after the pandemic is under a little bit better control, we'll still be going that way. We're in the real estate market. We're just sort of in a supply and demand issue now. There are way more people looking for homes than there are homes available, and there's no event in the near future, that at least none that we can predict, that's going to balance out that equilibrium. So it's going to take some time for the supply of homes to catch up with the demand.
Now, did you find that because of the pandemic that a lot of people who live in, say, condos or apartment dwellings realize that they would rather be in a house or a luxury home, a single family home, just because of, some of the issues with people in buildings and the pandemic?
Yes, but I think it was a microcosm of a larger issue when it comes to buying homes in general. And what I mean by that is that there were people that lived in homes or lived in townhomes and realized that they needed bigger homes. In many cases, people end up, whether it be because of buyer fatigue or they have an agent that's just not working with them at a very high level, or whatever the reason, there are many people out there who settled for a home that was 75 to 80% of what they really wanted. And in normal times, that's okay. It's okay that you didn't have the extra room for an office. It's okay that you didn't have the extra square footage for the dog. You could just take him out and walk him, or the pet can be out on the balcony and stuff like that. And now, because of the pandemic, and you have kids that are doing school from home, and now parents have to work from home, and pets have to be taken out more often. All of those things that people had settled for before, they realized that they weren't things that they should have settled. And so they have to now upgrade because they need that space for work. The kids need that space to be able to go to school. You need a backyard for your dog. Now you don't have the time to take him out every day, and you can't take him down the elevator all the time. So there are a lot of people that are moving for the same reason that people were leaving condos, because they were scared of elevators and other closed spaces. There are other people that are just leaving smaller homes, smaller townhomes, smaller single family homes to larger homes, because they settled for something that they probably shouldn't have bought in the first place.
Yeah, and they probably weren't thinking about a pandemic at the time either, huh?
Exactly.
All righty. So that brings me to tips, resources, and information that you might have that you might want to share in general with our public, our listening audience, and our viewing audience. What tips and suggestions, resources might you want to share with us about your field as a broker?
Well, you want to get a good agent. That's
a good one.
Number one. Preferably me, but if not me, a good agent that is clear on your goals, the goals that you have as far as real estate, what you're looking for, why you're looking for it. It's very important that anybody you work with, whether that's a lender, a real estate agent, inspector, whomever, they not only understand what you're buying, but they understand why you're buying it. So understanding the desire that someone has for real estate is a part of what I do, but understanding the life that frames that desire is what allows me to then present them with properties that work best for them. So making sure that as you talk to agents, whether they're helping you buy or sell a home, that they're actively listening to you about where you currently are, where you want to be, and they have a clear path to help you get there. As far as resources, Black Luxury Miami can help you access properties throughout South Florida to see what's available. Nice. You can also find out what your home is worth at Black Luxury Miami. Feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on Instagram at Black Luxury Miami, or the contact me box on the Black Luxury Miami site. The key when it comes to real estate is communication. Understanding what you want. If it's you and a spouse, communicating between the two of you, so you're clear on what you're clear and in agreement on what your goals are as far as real estate, and able to clearly articulate those goals to anyone that's helping you achieve them.
Awesome. Thank you for that advice. I'm sure that will be helpful for anyone looking to buy or sell. In our few remaining moments, can you say something about entrepreneurship? And, a lot of times things aren't necessarily easy in business when you're starting out, but can you say something that might be of encouragement to someone else looking to enter into the field of real estate as an agent or a broker?
Stay focused. I have made life-changing money selling real estate. It has been very, very challenging sometimes, and other times it has been, wonderful. As an entrepreneur, that's not specific to real estate. That's anything in any entrepreneurial endeavor you may embark on. So you want to find people that have done what you're trying to do. So mentors are good people to help give you guidance, partners whenever you can. But you have to realize that your passion is what's going to push you along that path. A lot of that is going to just be you by yourself putting in the work. You can't partner with someone to get into your purpose. It's your purpose, it's not theirs. So you have to be clear on that. And once you are clear on that and you accept that those are your goals, you commit to them and you take the necessary steps to achieve.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's great advice. We appreciate you being here, Mr. Nathaniel Crawford, and we hope you'll come back sometime again in the future and share more information with us about your entrepreneurial journey.
Absolutely.